Coming up on the center of it all, a woman who is making the arts an important part of her community will tell you how she's doing it. And we visit a church that has been standing since the 1800s. Check out an app to help make your shopping easier and meet with Nittany Beagle Rescue for our pet of the show. Don't go anywhere, it's all right here on the center of it all. Good morning and thank you for joining me on the center of it all. Now we are at the recently opened waterfront walkway in Bellefonte, and I have to say it is beautiful. Definitely worth a trip out to see. We recently went to check out one fundraiser that is bringing the importance of art back into everyone's lives, no matter what age you are. The fundraiser will be an auction of paintings, calendars, and the book Normal is a 4-letter word. The goal? To raise money for a new art center in the community. For two ladies, art has been a constant joy in their lives.
I had the best time and I thought to myself, well, this is a place that I belong. And I had two special needs kids and they were having trouble finding a place where they belonged. And I thought, well, then why shouldn't, let's start working with kids more.
So they started a theater summer camp.
When we had to put kids on a wait list, and realized we could have filled 3 sessions, we realized that there was an actual need for this in the community.
I'm incredibly optimistic, and it went way beyond my expectations, and within a week we were full. Our community has such a need. When we did the first camp, those kids came to us and said, we need this all year round. This is something that is not available. They do have a theater program in the high schools, but again, there's more out there.
The money raised at this fundraiser will go towards things like painting, photography, film festivals, comedians, anything that anyone can come up with.
Anything that anyone wants to do related to the arts, there's a facility for them to do it.
We're in a position where we knew we needed the space, and then we thought, oh my God, there's so many other people who also need that kind of space. If somebody wants to come do square dancing, knock yourselves out. No suggestion will be turned away. Like, we're so excited to see what other people have been dreaming, but just didn't know where to do it.
And they hope that this new art center will keep showcasing the talent that these children and teenagers have.
When you see the level of talent these teenagers have, it just inspired me to write material, harder material and better material, and not the plays that kind of play down to a group of kids who may or may not have talent. You know, the plays that I write, the one was tough. I mean, we pulled it off, but it was tough, and they killed it. They absolutely killed it.
We have kids right now who are in our program who are now performing in our regular theater. First of all and foremost, it was to keep the kids involved, to do something for the kids. They came to us and said, literally, if we can do theater all year round, I won't do sports. I'd rather do the theater. And when you have parents saying, if you guys can do theater all year round, then we'll support you.
We're afraid at the end of the summer, when we don't see them again for another 9 months, we're going to lose them. And it does happen. You know, they're so excited. We need to keep them involved. We need to keep the level of excitement going. You know, we're on a roll here, and the momentum is behind us. So we just want to continue working with them year round.
So they found a building with enough space to fit their growing need, and a building that can bring so many different people together. And for them, that has been the biggest payoff of this whole experience.
That is what touches me the most about what has happened with theater and these teenagers. I mean, it brings us to tears often, watching these kids who are so different find each other and find a creative common ground.
it's time to leave and it's over and the kids are hugging you and thanking you for doing this and thanking you for
listening to them and not talking down to them and treating them like people.
And they're saying, when can we do this again? I've never had as much fun or felt that I've had such a positive effect than I have in these last 3 years with the kids. It's just been amazing.
This has meant the most to me. This affects me so much. I will come home from camp days and when we teach little classes to like at-risk kids and stuff, and I just sit at my desk and I just cry. It's overwhelming. And then as I'm sitting there, I'm getting emails, I'm getting written letters, I'm getting phone calls from parents thanking us. Just thank you so much. I mean, it is the most thankful job, and I don't want to call it a job, that I've ever done. I really do feel like finally, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Julie will close on the building September 29th, and renovations will begin shortly after that. When we come back, we head to Philipsburg for a look at another historic building still in use today. Welcome back to the center of it all. Now, its official name is the Union Church, but people in Philipsburg know it more commonly as the Mud Church. We went to find out where it got its name and what makes it unique.
It's one of the few things we have that goes back to the earliest days. But it's a way of emphasizing how the town was, of telling people about how the town was settled and how the place was formed up. The Phillips family had the idea when they came from England in 1796, 1797, that they would replicate a country manor here, an English manor, you know, the big house up on the hill, the little church in the Vale, and the happy settlers down below. And that's basically the layout of the town yet. But we're one of the few towns that still has the manor house and the little country church.
That church is the first one built in Philipsburg around 1820, and you can tell from looking at it that it has a lot of history behind it and surrounding it. It was originally the Philipsburg schoolhouse as well and used to be just a log building. At first, it was a place where everyone of all faiths could come to worship. And when that was to be changed, the townspeople sued and won. So today,
anyone can still have a service in there. I'm trying to encourage people to have like Vesper services on Sunday or Sabbath services on Friday.
It is still a Union church, but most people refer to it as the Mud Church because in 1842, Mrs. Phillips decided she wanted to change the look to an English country church, like the churches she had back home. So when the stuck replaced the logs, people thought it looked like it was covered in mud. And the name has stuck since the 1800s. And keeping the name around isn't the only thing important to the community.
But it's the building where everybody came together. And the early settlers around here in the churchyard, a lot of them are buried here. It's a spot that, you know, will not be replicated. Should this go away, this will be, you know, we'll never see it again. So we're trying our best to keep it going.
Can't be replaced because the building itself is a replica of the time period it was built.
It's Gothic revival, and it's an imitation, it's a Gothic revival, it's a simplified American imitation of what you would see in the English countryside. And, you know, the spire in the front, the little vestry in the back, the larger nave in the middle.
And curator Luther Gett is proud of the church's history and how it continues to tie the community together.
It can, and it does, and I'm hoping it'll do so even more, you know, when I get around to. I'm trying to encourage people to come. I'm proud of the fact that it's here and that many, many people have been involved in seeing that it is still here.
But they would like to see more people take advantage and use the building that is available to them and have it be an active part of the community once again.
Veterans are interested in doing more here. They have a Veterans Memorial down on the other end of town where they do their Memorial Day services and stuff. But they would like to come up here also on Memorial Day. So we're trying.
The church's 200-year anniversary is coming up in 2020, and some things need to be tended to and repaired, like the surrounding stone wall that was built in 1909. The salt thrown onto the road during the winter months is slowly eating away and destroying the wall's foundation, making it less sturdy with each passing year. But the church is pretty close to being all original, except for a few renovations, like new glass windows and the chandelier hanging right inside the door. Both the chandelier and windows are modeled after the originals to keep it authentic. And staying as close to the original look as possible is important because it is a constant reminder of what the community was like back in 1820.
Who will know what the community was, and who will know what the best part of the community could still be. So we're in this never, never land. So we're going to keep on, things are going to keep falling apart, and we're going to try to keep it built up.
The church is still in use and can be rented out for weddings and receptions. When we come back, we head to Mel's for another one of her tasty recipes. Welcome back. Being outside in the cooler weather is making me so excited for fall. But right now we head inside as Mel shows us a recipe you'll want to try for your next meal.
Nothing screams game day louder than chicken wings. Whether you're cooking them at the stadium or at your home, you know that standing around the deep fryer, cooking wings in batches is time-consuming. These 8 wings alone, when I put them into the deep fryer, are going to take 13 minutes to cook. That's longer than WHVL gives me to do this entire segment. Today, my game plan is to show you how to make my seriously easy, seriously crispy, oven-fried chicken wings for a crowd without compromise. Let's get started. Purists will tell you there's no substitute for deep-fried chicken wings. I used to think that too. We all know they were invented at the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York by a late-night customer looking for pub grub. That's history, and I respect it. That said, chicken wings have enough internal and external fat to cook up really crispy in the oven, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm putting 2 dozen, that's about 4 pounds of chicken wings, in a bowl that has a tablespoon and a half of salt in the bottom of it, and the trick is to toss them not only with salt, but with a tablespoon of baking powder. Now, to make a long story short, there's going to be a chemical process here. And what happens is, when I put these wings on this tray, I'm going to put them in the refrigerator overnight to air dry. And the salt and the baking powder are going to draw the excess liquids and fats from the wings and the skin to the surface, which means when they go into the oven, the liquid is going to evaporate really fast, and it's going to make the chicken wings super crispy. Once they're evenly coated in the baking powder and salt mixture, I'm just laying them flat side by side on a rack in a baking pan. And what I'm going to do is put these in the refrigerator overnight to air dry. For the same reason I told you before, it's going to draw the juices to the surface of the wings. So I've swapped out here today. I did a batch last night, and these are ready for the oven, and I'm just going to put them in at 475 degrees for about 55 minutes. Even though I can't call my wings buffalo wings because they're not deep fried, I can sauce them authentically. And that requires 2 things: hot sauce for tossing and blue cheese dressing for dipping. My hot sauce isn't even really a recipe. It's just a mixture of red hot and honey because I like it sweet and savory. but my blue cheese sauce is really special, and I'm gonna make that now while my wings are finishing up in the oven. My buttermilk blue cheese and chive dressing is really special, and I serve it with a lot of things. It is sour cream, a half a cup, and of course, like a lot of salad dressings, mayonnaise, a half a cup. Just going to quickly stir those two together. And I'm going to add a half a cup of buttermilk. Tangy, wonderful buttermilk. These stirred together. Now I've got a teaspoon of cayenne pepper sauce and a teaspoon of Worcestershire. And once that's pretty well blended, it is time for my spices. And there's quite a few of them going in here. I've got garlic powder and onion powder, minced garlic and minced onion, celery seed, sugar, salt, black pepper, and white pepper. These all incorporated. It's time for the star of the show, blue cheese, a good helping of it. That's a whole cup, a generous cup. And for some added onion flavor, nice and mild, picked fresh from my garden this morning, a quarter cup of minced chives. I'm just going to cover this bowl and put this in the refrigerator for about a half an hour, and it is going to thicken up, and then we're going to toss our wings. Our wings are out of the oven. They're super crispy on the outside, steaming hot, and it's time to toss them with a little bit of that wonderful cayenne honey sauce that I've made. And we're going to do that slowly because we don't want to drench them. We just want to coat them. And I'm going to start with about a half a cup, which is about 4 of these small ladles, because we'll serve some more of that to the side. Just going to toss them. You can hear how crispy those are. Yep, half a cup, that's about right. And I'm just going to keep tossing these for a minute or two until the crispy skins have soaked up some of that really sweet and savory sauce. And then it's time to eat. Chicken wings. They're user-friendly. All you need is your fingertips and a stack of napkins. Pick one up, give it a dip, and prepare to nibble, gnaw, and chew. And these wings are finger-licking, lip-smacking good. For these and all my recipes, just go to my website.
After a couple months of eating Mel's food, I have to say the leftovers are just as good reheated as they are the first time around. When we come back, we show you a new app and introduce you to our furry companion for our pet of the show. Welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me on the center of it all. Now, last week we showed you an easier way to park with Park Mobile. Our app this week is Flip, and it can help make your grocery shopping a breeze. Make a list, clip the coupon, check out. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. With Flip, you can now keep everything you need for your trip to the grocery store all in one place. When you first open the app, it asks for your location so it can pull coupons for stores near you. You can change your location in the settings menu at any time. From there, it shows you what stores are having sales on all different kinds of items. All items are separated by category, like automotive, baby and kids, and electronics. Simply click the category and see what stores are having sales on which items. Once you click on the item, it will take you to the sale, and by clicking that, some will take you directly to the store's website, and you can make a purchase right then and there. It also tells you how long the sale is valid. And if Flip doesn't have a store you love to shop at, you can make a request to add the store to the app and you will be notified when it happens. You can also receive notifications when you are near a store with coupon clippings and be told when clippings you have selected are about to expire. When you open the coupon tab, it has pages and pages of deals. Simply click on one and it will tell you what stores the coupon is valid in. You can even connect it to a loyalty card, and when you check out that item, the coupon is activated. You can also search specific items and see what, if any, coupons or sales are running. And there are two categories: ones that you can clip electronically directly to your loyalty cards you have already entered, and ones that have to be printed. To do this, you simply clip the coupon and then go back to your settings tab. The coupons that need printed are all bundled together and you can print them all at one time. Another feature is the shopping list. Once you put in an item, the app does a search and shows you deals stores are having on that particular item, as well as coupons available. It also separates items into categories like produce, dairy, and pantry to make your list more organized. And when you find the item, you can simply check it off on your list. While Flip saves you time grocery shopping, Nittany Beagle Rescue introduces us to Princess, an older but lovable beagle who is spending her time waiting for her next family.
Thanks, Alicia. I'm here with Princess. She's one of the older pups. She's probably about 8. She came in, she was living outdoors in a pen, but hopefully someone will adopt her or foster her and she'll be a nice indoor dog. She loves people. She's good with other dogs. She's pretty good on a leash as long as you have a harness, and she likes car rides a lot. She pretty much just lies there in the car and sort of just looks at you with these eyes asking to get pet. So if anyone's available to adopt her, just let us know. She'd really love the new home.
That brings this week's Center of It All to a close. Thank you so much for joining me here in Bellefonte. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.